Hi. Oops. This is down there and around me, all over really, is, I've forgotten, Shakmantle quarry. I am at the top of the eastern slabs. The roots down below me are these guys here, which I believe are acid rain dance, possibly Ruth is Stranger Than Fiction, and something else I can't remember. My guidebook's just there, I could read it. It's a beautiful day. It is 2nd of November, I think. It's fucking glorious, excuse my language. And I'm having a wonderful time. I have been solo top roping the aforementioned roots. I have built an anchor around this here boulder with some 7mm accessory cord, 2 separate lengths tied independently, both tied together at a figure 8 master point with 2 locking carabiners, and my rope doubled, and then 2 loops made in a figure 8 made on one half and another figure 8. I'll show you when I get a bit closer down there. So it's all redundant and independent and what have you. And then I've been top roping using this petzl microcender, which I found in the States when I was out there recently. I don't think they make them anymore. I certainly can't find them online. This guy's brand new. I've got the bigger version, I think it's called the rescue sender, the old one, same shape as this but larger. This is great. This travels really well up the rope. It's really light. I've got it on a piece of accessory cord as well, girth hitched onto my tie-in point. So this is my backup, so it's trailing behind on a long piece of cord, or longish, as in it's not right on my harness. So I've got it on dynamic material, and it's got a soft cam so it doesn't damage the rope. My primary belay device is this petzl, what do you call it? Micro traction? Mini traction? One of the two. Micro traction. And that has got a tooth cam, because it's not a belay device, it's not an ascender, it is a pulley, a brakes pulley. So it's got quite aggressive teeth. If you can see that on the cam. So this is on my, I attach this straight to my belay loop, and so the rope there is always tight. I weight the bottom of the rope, so as I'm climbing up, if I fall, there's no shock load on the traction. It arrests immediately. I don't really trust it. It's where it sits as I'm climbing. If I lift my leg up, my leg hits it sometimes, and it's kind of easy to knock this little cam open, and then because you can knock it open and lock it open, I don't trust it completely with my life. So I'm happy to have this secondary device. To be honest, I'd be happy with just the ascender straight on my belay loop, but you know, in the interest of safety, I'm going to have 2 devices. I'd rather not use the traction as my primary, but it does not want to be. I don't want to fall. If the rescue sender was to fail, if I fell on the micro traction and shock loaded it, there's way more chance that it would damage the sheath of the rope. So I go with that as a primary. I mean, it's all right, and then the rescue sender is a secondary, because I can have it trailing, because I can have it on dynamic cord, and because it's less likely to damage the rope. Let me show you my anchor. So I have this nice large boulder here. I've got a thread all the way around it underneath this rock I'm standing on. Before I go any further down there, I'm just going to attach, bear with me, attaching my personal anchor to the accessory cord because I don't want to fall down the cliff. Okay, so I'm now hanging on my anchor. I don't want to drop this phone. I haven't got a case on it, that was pretty stupid. So we have, it's such a beautiful day, I can't go over it. Anyway, so 2 pieces of 7mm accessory cord wrapped round the boulder, double fisherman's at the back on each one. I've clipped my personal tether into the shelf there, which is blocking the knot a little bit. That is a figure 8 on a bite with the 2 cords there. 2 locking carabiners opposed, not that that's necessary if they're lockers. And then this is what I have. So here's the center of my rope, and then in each strand I've tied a figure 8 with a loop, figure 8 on a bite, and put each of them through the 2 carabiners. So I essentially have 2 separate strands tied off. Sorry, I'm filming in selfie mode, so I can't really see what I'm doing. So then I have 2 separate strands, and then they go away down the bottom of the cliff, and they are bundled up and my shoes tied on there. And that's essentially how that's my setup. I've got an awful lot of shit hanging off my harness because I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. When I rappel down, I'm using an ATC, this guy, extended, girth hitched on a sling, which I extend up to the rope, and then I have these guys here, this Edelrid Prosec loop, really good, I really like them. I've got 2, I've got a short one and a long one. The short one's cool for 1 strand, the long one's better for 2 strands. But it's quite long, so you do need to extend your rappel with it. I've been here for about 2 hours, my feet are hurting, I'm going to pack up and go home. I'm probably going to have one more climb. I'm going to abseil down, I'm going to pick up my shoes, put them back in my harness, I'm going to climb up, and then I'm going to hoist all my rope up, clean all this shit off, and then walk out. I can't film and climb at the same time because I'm using my phone to film this. But this is Shakmantle quarry in the Forest of Dean in Gloucestershire in England. I know a lot of you people are going to tell me I'm not doing this safely, but I feel like I am, and it's just me. I've got everything's backed up. I'm pretty much following Petzl's guidelines on solo belaying to the letter. I'm using their gear, I'm using the equipment they recommend for the backup. I've got dynamic cord. Yeah. If anyone has any suggestions, go ahead and tell me. If you just want to moan, don't bother. Have fun, stay safe, bye.